A very good morning. You're watching News 9 with me, Akshita. And first up, it seems like all the protests and uproar was not enough to wake the government and cops from the deep slumber. The high-handedness of the Bengaluru police stands exposed yet again as they allegedly helped the Vibgyor school chairman secure bail. While everyone was congratulating the police for arresting Rustam Kerewala, the very same day he walked out on bail. And the Bengaluru police reportedly had a big role to play in it. M.N. Reddy, the new city police commissioner, had announced at a media conference that the chairman of the school had been booked under stringent, non-bailable sections of the law.
ಮಗು ಮೇಲೆ ಅತ್ಯಾಚಾರ ನಡೆದಿರತಕ್ಕಂತ ಆರೋಪ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನ 14ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ವರ್ತೂರ್ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಠಾಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮೂದಿಸಲಾಗಿದ್ದು ಈ ಗುನ್ನೆಯ ತನಿಖೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲಾಗಿದ್ದು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಬ್ಗ್ಯೋರ್ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಮುಖ್ಯಸ್ಥರು ರುಸ್ತಮ್ ಕೇರವಾಲಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೆಲವು ಆರೋಪಗಳಿದ್ದು ಅವರನ್ನು ನಾವು ದಸ್ತಗಿರಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಅವರನ್ನ ದಮನ್ ಎಂಬ ಹೆಸರಿದ್ದ ಒಂದು ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ದಸ್ತಗಿರಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಅವರನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆತಂದಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಅವರನ್ನ ಪೋಕ್ಸೋ ಆಕ್ಟ್ 21ರಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತು ಜುವೆನೈಲ್ ಜಸ್ಟಿಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ 23ರಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತು ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಪೀನಲ್ ಕೋಡ್ 201ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಅವರನ್ನ ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಮುಂದಿನ ತನಿಖೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ.
M.N. Reddy, they're going ahead and stating the sections under which Rustam Kerewala has been booked. But the point to be noted here is that the commissioner said that Kerewala had been booked under section 201 of the Indian Penal Code. But somewhere between the time of Reddy's announcement to the media and Kerewala's appearance before the magistrate, officials had diluted the case. Instead of slapping section 201 of the IPC, Vartur police charged him under section 202 of the IPC. So why does a change in the section of IPC mean such a big deal? What exactly is section 201 of the IPC? Well, to explain a bit on it, it pretty much sums up to causing disappearance of evidence of offence or giving false information to a screen offender. This is punishable with death, and it is also punishable with an imprisonment of either description prescribed punishment, which is a maximum of 7 years. The imprisonment with fine is what we understand. Section 201 of the IPC is a non-bailable offence, and that is the point that needs to be noted there. Because it says it's a non-bailable offence, it wouldn't have been easy for Kerewala to go ahead and get that conditional bail barely hours after he touches down in Bengaluru. But somewhere along the line, this section which talks about destroying evidence, which is so important and monumental in any case, has been changed to section 202. So to take you through exactly what section 202 of the IPC is, it is with regards to the intentional omission to give information of offence by a person bound to inform the punishment may extend to a maximum of 6 months or with fine or with both. And section 202 of the IPC is a bailable offence. You can almost make out that the entire case has been liquefied of sorts. From what started off as destroying of evidence, it's now become omission and failing to go ahead and bring it to light of the police. So this is how it looks like the case has been tweaked, and this is how Rustam Kerewala managed to go ahead and secure conditional bail. Well, we're joined in by Major Aditi over the phone lines, who is part of the fighters group. She has been actively following this case and fighting for the rights of women as well as children. Major Aditi, what we're realizing here is that there is a change in the sections under which Rustam Kerewala has been booked, making it easy for him to go ahead and secure bail. There was a lot of happiness and probably a lot of excitement over the fact that Kerewala was taken into custody. But looking at the way things have changed. Do you feel that somewhere along this case is influenced?
I think so. It's a clear evidence of money power out here. It clearly shows that we're talking about net worth out of here. We're talking about connects out of here. We're talking about the involvement of the political clout out here. So we had a lot of hope from the Commissioner Reddy when he actually took over. We were very happy that at least there is a way forward. At least now we know that we're going to get justice for the baby Masoom Ria. I do not know where it is going, and within no time, not even 24 hours passed, and before he actually touched Bangalore, this guy was out on bail. We also understand that there has been a huge meeting with the parents yesterday. I think it's very important for the parents to realize, while we all together are empathizing with what happened, with the child, we are also empathizing with the children who wish to go back to school. But I think it's time that we all stand again for just one simple cause. We are losing the focus here. We are highly disappointed as a unified group who have come forward to support this particular case and get the child to justice and the family to justice. I just want the family to stick on, because we are there. We're trying to meet up with the commissioner. I actually tried to give a call to meet up with the commissioner yesterday, and to my surprise, the office never got back. From the moment I dropped in a note that we are trying to meet up with him with respect to the Vibgyor issue, surprisingly, the call never came back for the appointment. However, we are surely going ahead with the petition. We would like to bring it to the knowledge of the PMO office. We'd like to bring it to the knowledge of the education minister. We'd like to reach out to Simriti Irani. So a lot of work is going around. We have the Whitefield Rising team with us. We have the Vigilant Citizen team with us. So we are not going to keep quiet about it, because it is about those children. Whose hands are you putting those children into? You had a meeting with the same set of people who were a part of the crime, directly or indirectly, hushing up this evidence. I would like to know where this shadow teacher concept actually come up from. That is one. Two, where is the maid? Where is the maid? We have learned from certain resources that the maid has been transported out of Bangalore. What does that mean? How did she disappear? Where is she gone? We also learned from people who are within the school, probably as parents or teachers. I do not want to bring anybody into limelight, that the next day the child stopped screaming. The next day when the child went back to school, she actually hung on to the maid. And the little children, they came back, the other students in the class, they came back and they told their parents respectively that, Mama, now little Ria, she's silent. Now she does not run around. She does not scream. I would really like to understand what happened. I mean, yes, highly disappointed that this section has been, conveniently changed as per the convenience of Mr. Rustam Kirawala. So I think my recommendation and suggestion and submission to the commissioner: show some courage. Show some courage.
Right. Major Aditi, also what we do understand that is that the commissioner was not aware that those sections were changed, and it looks like some other officials had a hand in it. Clearly, of course, it looks like influence played a big role. But now that Mr. M.N. Reddy has realized, he has stated that the respective officials will be taken to task. Should we expect Kirawala to be brought back into custody now that it will be changed back to 201, which is a non-bailable offence essentially?
I would stand up and salute to the commissioner myself in person if he really does that. I've been always saying that let's do the right thing. And if this guy gets behind the bars, everything will be out in the open. I do not want the rest of the 3,500 children to be going to a school where you have the same teacher, same set of management, and parents are still going to ask the same question every day for the next end of the session, that what happened in your school today, bacha? Please stop this Mera Bacha syndrome. I will, my salutations to the commissioner if he has the courage to get this guy behind the bars, get everything out in the open.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much, Major Aditi, for talking to us and sharing your views with us. It is understood that the police, the Vartur police, essentially did this where they changed the section from 201 to 202. There's a drastic difference between the two. For starters, of course, section 201, which is what Kerawala was booked under initially, is a non-bailable offence. It talks about going ahead and destroying evidence. When you look at 202, it pretty much seems like the diluted version of section 201. Well, we're joined in over the phone lines by Mr. M. Reddy, the Bengaluru Police Commissioner. Mr. Reddy, first of all, were you aware that the sections were changed?
Which section are you talking about?
He was initially booked under section 201. We understand it's been changed to 202.
No, it was not like that. There was no booking earlier in 201 and changing it to 202. Both section 201 and 202 were considered.
Okay.
And after taking legal opinion, it was felt that his role is attracted under the culpability under section 202.
So that essentially makes it a bailable offence.
Even 201 would have been a bailable offence.
Right. Mr. Reddy, also keeping in mind the kind of anger, there was so much talk about the fact that he was finally taken into custody. A few hours later, he's released on bail. So do you plan on going ahead and following up to ensure that he's put behind bars again?
See, Matt, we work under a legal system. Okay?
Right.
The legal system, what it determines is that we have to file an FIR. And then we have to start investigation. We have filed an FIR, arrested him and produced him before the jurisdictional magistrate. Whatever are the provisions of law under which his act is culpable, those provisions have been shown against him. All right?
Right.
And the court, in its wisdom, takes a decision on releasing a person on bail or not. But when they do release a person on bail, they will take sufficient amount of guarantees and conditionalities, and it's a conditional bail. The person has to come and appear before the police station every alternate day, and he has to cooperate with the investigation, etc. Okay?
All right.
Now, the investigation is continuing. We see no problem in completing the investigation very soon.
Right. Mr. Reddy, also if you could pretty much highlight for our viewers out there, what is section 201, what is section 202, are both of them bailable offences?
Section 201 is destruction of evidence.
Okay.
And section 202 is suppression of evidence.
Right. And both are bailable?
Yeah, both are bailable.
Right. Right, Mr. Reddy, thank you so much for talking to News9 and sharing your expert opinion with us. The Commissioner, they're going ahead and stating that there was no sort of bungling up by the cops. He is quite clearly stating that both sections, he was charged, both section 201 as well as section 202. When they produced Rustam Kerawala in front of the judge, the magistrate judge went on to state that in this case, only 202 holds good, but what the Commissioner has gone on to state is that both 201 as well as 202 are bailable offences.